Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
Yo, auntie, come in. Just part bina. Mame kind. Bibia obia sanya remisi ana.
Meet you.
This whole issue. The first one, I say, neba. No, or the advice of my parents. Neba, super sec, science, and on post no at the call Thomas Aquinas.
Okay, I can't.
Yes. Family no are unquented no cry. They accepted their faith, and I'm pledge say they won't do any connection.
Okay.
And the Aquinas mom like I say, I'm Aquinas G2, and I working very hard. I call Aquinas no or a visual art.
Okay.
And then on the 5th year, okay, university or your architecture.
Okay.
Yeah, here this other one. I don't know. I say, on the categorization into A, B, C, D, and E, no, of let's say unnecessary. 36 years ago, now he was in the secondary school system of Ghana.
Yeah.
Now that time,
any O level, A level.
yes, we perceptively had first, second, and third class schools.
Perceptively.
Yeah, perceptively. But there was no official endorsement. I'll say it was just a perception. The difference today is the official endorsement of this categorization of schools. Now, for let's say, this is creating an apartheid system. So let them choose whatever school they want. Give them 7 choices and let them know that their performance will determine the school to be pleasing. That's all.
But say we are self in our categorization or when it comes to schools, Anna.
No, they are bad. This whole category, we're from back on here, Papa Amos Papa and away from Apostle Dr. Isaac Japan. Kwame, to be honest with you, just say, baby, as there's an Ivy League schools near the competition. Come, there's a huge argument against this, and a huge because in fact the research naturally say, oh, you are the friend ability groupings in schools. Ability groupings are say, and Krana a particular skills, no, or the more to the same class or the same level. Now, almost yadi. A basa 1 year. To say Madam Khan or additional and answer ability no from Kano, or you met to the same class normal PK. Now, I would rather say there is no need to categorize right from the point of entry, but allow the schools to do that. Once you do the organ, as I say, teachers are extra there, no. So because you don't only categorize at the policy level. Okay, we category A and our school A. And to one when you assess and be called there be. As I said, what me a school be A, but teacher for no, a be a particular teacher be one particular subject or the best. And the teachers equally must know how to handle it. And in some schools, I mean, say, or more ability group in it, you may say. The Oakland school home or more class A, class B, class C.
Yeah.
And now, time will be children can move in between these classes. Until Oya the time year, no about it. The reason why they do that in the say, Kwame,
yes,
you say, if you much say, what they accra, the level, low, at the from one, a level higher, and they look up to them until it stretches them to also learn.
But does it not sometimes intimidate them?
No, not all the time.
No.
Until the argument I am making all the time, they say they are intimidated. It's not so. That is why Obi Asano Abere will say, Neba enya 30, Uri anu enya 8. And in some schools do that, they implement these ability groupings within the school. And to Urawa, no man say, class here, no, be at 10% and a 5%, only very good. They will be in A. More fall in between, we know, Monko B. And they circulate them from A, B, C, it's very nice. So, school Nankasa implements that. But the problem we are trying to solve for Ministry for Education is the categorization itself is bringing trouble.
Yeah.
I am thinking, say, look, Mama and Krano at the point of entry, no, Mama in school. The school no system na school na nkasa ebe implement this ability group you know ama akra na onya de no ye dem be sa class now I pick it up no adwene. I've done a lot of this for some schools, special schools in Ghana. Omo episode hu sa akra yi na de yo na disua na nkwe papa na omo pese omo ye a different special education program bi emma sa akra no any group bi obey kakra na if you move no abedwene enti eboa na zeno is a perception no a create out there say akra na ko ya e kan na ye nya sa problem yi enti obi ebe pocket sika say me do be ko school no waje hu sika na wedi free only yours yo me try you but anye enti next time e be sa hwe
obey the agina
I say what dey ko ni sa enti ye person ka me my recommendation is that Omuma schools implement this ability grouping.
Obviously, ability groupings, Wesley girls used to do that.
They used to do that.
I don't know if they still do.
Yeah, I'm sure they still do it. Some schools do that. And they almost circulating crown. And they a channel could be into me. Now, and crown, they have the chance to interact with various, ability levels of their own needs. And now, class, very good. Now the one a challenge you kakra. Now on the interesting thing is that once we enter the university and this so-called category, they don't work. Kwame, we are investing amount a course we now students are coming from be free A, be free B, or if you enter business school, for example, some of the courses media na a person law, a person medicine, a person you can have students are more free. Of course, affirmative action or more free other schools are less endowed. No more journey. Then, we had the resource about and send you better be a meow. And in my class, for example, in psychology, very sharp student. And then you get to be first year, of free school, nobody, body. But come on, final year, no. Now, school, as a crown of free school, I'm with you. Only in your first class. Only in your first class. Only a farm.
Ability group is the boss.
Second school, make a invest in it. We don't even do ability groupings. It's a mass production. Oh, one be idea. I'm afra. Move to Afra. And I do what? And a second school, one most of my 8 was I don't know. It was nice and at you. Over to me a child. Oh, minya 8 1 6. Oh, run. Say, Obia. Meow. It's 1 year free. Less than down schools no craba. Mame, you are surprised. Say, free such a school with such a score, but Obura investment. Say, Madam Kano, build some resilience over the period. Into the Ura, will rise above all of them. And those are the students sometimes we pick. And so school no free no, it be a ground body. But why are they? And me feel say the schools can implement this system. Now, when who teachers are usually they are not very large. So you're not large class, 5, 10, 15, small class. Now, akrano, I pick it be or struggle in maths, or struggle in English, or struggling with science. Now I pick it up. No, I move on. Because a math teacher for extra time for them.
Yeah.
But all categorization right at the point of entry, one man you have officially endorsed said this is a school that is good for more elite, those who are good in this area, more DNA. And that is what is creating this problem for me. And I've been saying this over the past. We say Sandy ya because I can't no calling you now when you say man go school papa. Or the baby be hana adwene sa.
And you know na minister ka about STEM schools ni new schools eba no. Say ye raise ana ye page schools ni bi mu a ebema akra no say o si okọ chebi kwan so ba bia.
Yes. And what here
abomosu there.
That is a perfect
so that obamusu at least what could school papa.
Exactly. And I mean that's a very beautiful way project. Say schools be wo hono a ye page mu. we are investing in the resource and logistics be here no ye di gu akwemu eboa pa na said madam kan no so ye frɛ ye kasa kire parents and guardian say moba no enye school say a ma kora na enko na baby na me kan say some of the areas na say o kire no bi wo no ma na I say kura kakra but say o kire mu no which is a beautiful one omo de ni magu akwan mu nti kura de but incentives bi kakra ho okwa ubenya bangalo na enya no nko omo sisi te say bi a science and where ubenya complete lab teacher obekire wade good and then it's good to send your child there.
Yeah.
But say akura no ko there na one na caution na me to jan say akura no ko sa school no na experience ye bad the park I mean schools ye mana e dem school no
yeah
omo ye customers omo no mo de ye eko omo no mo say school no omo no make kire won e ba say men ko school no ninu yakọ oba has nadi dabi all the man go you enti say akwa no nye good experience say honorable okay ya okọ ho no edan maybe obeda aduane mu di dining hall entertainment maybe ebe no sporting just say owura ho kra efekeke enti ode adansidie papa ebeba say oh school ha we are the best school na sa loyalty we no so fi ase eba enti no de men na ya pa say if we have incentives we are bema teacher for alcohol na omaboa such schools no such community schools no and one schools be also I see what areas be na and shut down may community no and to say okay be far removed Aban is trying to address that and say enye ombress no mo but government is in continuum that's how governance is into the we no etochima kakra wenya abaye panyidie ya chichara so yawo enti the also we no na we dey egu akwem but the yen kan nyina ne tofa ne say I think that this categorization at the national level no ye jai na we can have it say ye can no but nobody knew it all the say okwa obi somebody is better in the class than you
yes
and you were striving make school say I was not the best in the class but na make the average students no but me come anim no na makowura omo mo ye best in the class
o to say is ankoma so him is ankoma lawyer no
yes I'm a slow learner sana na me dey anything me nyine no
ezumu na be prof no
I was a slow learner so me picking kakran sa no people in the very sharp but me be dwane bi
yeah
enti kai German school no school ni yesa na nkra ne hu say school bia is school bia you bia and the reason why sometimes make us say me no say enye say teacher ni bia me hia no ohun say me yes school na kwame anka bia na yi a kere ma nkoto ba bi say me level no enkwe I met a teacher who gave me the opportunity na obi say me more questions Mr. J my body dey harder
yeah
more questions no jina so no assignment no here's my and then he unleashed my potential
yeah
and media me feel say schools no implement at their own level they can supervise it well and school will be very happy to note say kwame ya man akra onya ebia age 14 akwa no free hono no we twa 8 ones I'm telling you it's a story they will tell you that they pick those who are not good and turn them around and we cannot be saying say young people you good all the time what is the testimony
exactly
I think that we should still go back to this I'm not saying say I don't know
it sounds like BB education minister can say they should pick some of these so-called less endowed
children
and then turn them around and then we know that truly you are category A school
yes it's a challenge and I bet you say we are truly category A
because so kofa omo twa 6 at the back
kakra na okọ kakra na okọ oh we dey ya dey ye man will be say 14 20
na fa bra 6,000 minister say from say choboy
I agree choboy
for yeah man choboy for
no be na
Not done in you say yes.
We are 4B. We are category A. Now I'm out say I feel to buy for the 4. For no now and I'm a worst performance. 12. Amazing. I feel now when say, sense school no, you are really turning destinies around. We should think.
Kwekudia says categorization is arrived at when you have a league table. Decades ago, the Salem system produced the best middle schools in Ghana. There were other schools at the time like Winneba Methodist Boys, Bishop Boys Middle School in Accra, and many others that were equally good. I went to Form 1 in 1973. In those days, at common entrance, a candidate had first and second choice schools to select, and the third choice was a regional choice. These choices were made based on the marks that the school required. That was the entry requirement. It was a tacit acceptance which schools were top and which were not. In my day, there were children who had very top common entrance marks, but by O-level GCE, some of these kids fell by the wayside. There were others who were slow from Form 1 to 3. Then by Form 4, grew wings and flew. Have you heard about Isankuma story at Infant Spim? Well, yes, I have. In the meantime, Professor Safu is right about value added. He's very right. By the way, ask the Deputy Minister, when are we going to change direction and build more day schools? Boarding schools sap resources from whoever is paying. That's true, but maybe I am not boarding me pay. Chairman General.
Uncle Body.
Uncle Body. Full body. Hey. Full 1 to 5.
So that begin.
I like him. Now also Jenny now boarding school those days. Education is expensive and targeted. Kwame, in 2020, general government expenditure on education in the European Union amounted to 671 billion euros, or 5.0% of GDP. Of this, pre-primary and primary education accounted for 1.7% of GDP. Secondary education 1.9%. For tertiary, it was 0.8%. It was reported in the EU 18 November 2022. In 1872, Sweden made education compulsory. The rest is history. From age 6 to 15, compulsory. The rest is history. Interesting. Somebody mentions I said a school now war adenta. Oh, I missed this message. Oh, sorry. I was just reading it. I'll say Victory Presby at Adenta has a system of putting the child in a certain class depending on performance. On 2 occasions, my son was moved to the highest class, but was always dropped in between, basically because he felt a bit intimidated. He's not the loud type who would answer questions openly in class. He did an exam with some of them for admission, and he had a scholarship. Prof, it comes back to Namik, and can be intimidated.
Oh, yes, and another Kwame. Any individual educational plan. It's one of the methods. The school say school Ghana, most private schools, if you say tries hard, Accra no particular learning challenge or meet me at NATO until joining mainstream until omama a particular class and teacher you would have to sit down with a psychologist to draw this program. School no ready to give the teacher some extra resources. Who parents no we are part of the program. At Accra a part of the program. Nini na say omo bo Accra no ama wakache ya no it me adwane mainstream no. I've done it for a couple of schools and some private schools in no. Public schools no they don't do that. Most of the schools among yensa and it says no we share the new curriculum na aba no it's like Accra no and LED learning no. Until most of the places we teacher no ma Accra no we want to help yemba no ma explore until Accra LED learning no. But one hands what now as a teacher no say well yes because he continue to read. I'm going back and say enti kwa no tete ho na ma osuga na ho she kwa na bi enti omo kan group kan yes group 2 continue no atasa ko nyanum bio na okay and we are Ariano maybe I don't know how to kakra but the thing say school bia the headmaster the headmistress the school management board say one percent additional ko nanim no Kwame, I'm telling you they will implement local policies within the school to make sure say akora bi eba ho no yen kan say bra ho na won ye good kura say ne madam kan me adwuma akora bi abilities na the level of ability no enchire say I was seeing a condescending attitude towards a person no at all akora bi ho or a slow na me one example sir until why so what opera ho na bu na tentem in tentem and attentem e de label bi to so pe wa ha kra no onye good and abon omoy so be me say anka ha but akra bi wo slowly na o pekin boko mo say
but obeba
enti a good school any schooler identify akra or yes slow or one skill be a enye on come here no market your outliers te bi wo no mo very good sharp and e bi so
bonbon
trouble omo na madam bomodi no and na majority within
infinity hall ho ye no bi no
a good school and they say there's be a mixture you omo extreme no but omo right extreme na enye good na yem pese left na enye good person be ka ho o bu a omo na majority abe share at least middle ho. That's for me. That's a good school. It's not that good school. They say, oh, 6 for Omamunya says 9. And no. They haven't seen any challenge. Please, what challenge are they addressing? What difficulty are they addressing?
They already have good material to deal with.
What? How are they turning and churning and more challenges around? And saying, Madam, can shaping their destiny. And then I'm proud of St. Andrew's Anglican School. That's why I went to. That's where my potential was discovered.
But listen, Prof, let me just share this with you from who sent this one? Say Obama in Pokwa say he says, let no one be under the illusion that all secondary schools be secondary schools. In fact, not all school be school. Then he mentions a school, but I will leave it out. I don't want you to sound say we're shaming any school. But I say, how do you convince me that this school, Wabo School Niding, is the same as say Achimoto School or equal to it? It's very traumatic to attend a supposedly low-key school, and I speak from experience. It takes special grace to shine. Check the number of lawyers, doctors, architects, engineers, and other revered professionals in Ghana, and tell me the number of students who have a background of less endowed SHSs. Clearly, they constitute maybe 5% or less. For me, the solution to this problem is to expand facilities in the Category A schools, build new campuses, operate like the tertiary institutions do under the same name, rather than building entirely new SHS. Say Obama in Pokwase. Prof, how about that?
Kwame, by the principle of egalitarianism, call the Nordic countries now. That is why they are noted for upholding the highest level of human rights and egalitarian practices. You never see we won't go to no. Ubia a chance to go to school. Now, ubi to me explore potentials. The point is that the human species is quite an interesting species. And abilities have varied means and ways of expressing themselves. Enti obi wo hono sabri mu baby omu tebi omu na ma me ni papa super omu no de eto omu nti akra na yade yes akra no ye good but bribi enti na ma akra na yade enti schools baby a ye ko sharpen akra no ye ko identify some problems ye ko hu niema onu say teacher for ebetumi a kire He say and say no ya de pa 80 90 nan say on and 40. One of the quickest way of noticing say a crowd problem your falling grades. The teacher ni be or smart be able say something is wrong. No afra kwana engage you know. And the teachers who are extremely good will go extra mile and call the parents. Say obano me who say no you good but then say or for the past 2 semesters no on yade but you me ya ba nkomo. That is for me a school a school or engage parents when who be no solve a problem now or turning a crown around. We will not have everything perfect, I agree, but the MSA yeah and you may be a charmer classes in me yaba now and also is coming with competition be some of them are needless and then you know some a bit take advantage of uncrophobia because of them say I don't yaba woma you good no come to be honest oba no you know maybe I want to know what na call Montessori I can't be 3 years me baba ko odi 2.5 years no can dey I can tell you me mate am name go so e be on classes go kra na dey 2.5 years because of the kind of way I am man no I can odi 3 years by the 4th year no class 1 she was so good because yaman opportunity be but how many Ghanaians any benny opportunity ama omumba sa kwan ya making na kwan nya opportunity say betumi aka ade ntem ehum say gin where you go enya og say bia problem bi na say problem kra obetumi identify ntem na abo akora no bia na akora na dyslexic but onim enti no bebre ne won a won man be say omudu ta bia obeso okọ school no na obi be fa no ho anam kwan enti na make us say corruption dey ho enti yen take I am glad the way the ministry is working say one person mo hwe say what can we do to solve the problem yen twen say obi mema yen evidence say obi amani sekebi but let there be equity in the placement na obi ehunu say fine yen categorization but baby I said me kono de menya mako school near fine. Can we expand facilities? School be say make me a fat maybe 300.
Yeah.
You know say more students are going to go there. Can we expand it? I buy it to me expand facilities at lower levels. Come and there who's so na dey better invest on. Say over here campus is crowded. Say your mano yadi intervention about the buy a boy be bread one back to school. Na sa yes o be yeah e be ye hu emphasis say ya but give yourself the next 10 years to 20 years. You say ya boy Ghana mbofra papa if you say sakra no to me ekenkan no to me chro no be to me aye biribi kakra come it's not a security threat.
Okay.
Enti emphasis dey also na no how do we make sure say e bet me sustain no na on free lower level no akọ to say a university polytechnic kwame intivate me no school
yes school
ọkọ ho no akọ no betumi ayade ho na obenya bi ada obenya teacher achara de enti expanding facilities should come along with expanding one ebechara teacher for ebe for my chama de incentives e ka ho enti education some dey come eso pa enti say my class make I say one of my level 100 students lecturers my class about 1,800 so we chim cry into 4 now say let's just enter that it means that you need extra hands to support it enti there's a huge human resource for this country. Now, education sector, no, if you see it's a huge human resource. But the kase the investment be wura oye. Na ama resource na bano. And be trouble and be a problem say yen to me anya 1 year akade ye wo ho akade na nye say yesi dan no nko a na mo a teacher fon so a ebe kire ade e wo ho enti ehia ye pa say sadi ye be ye me de ma fam de I think say for some time now the ministry has been very active and there are a lot of the innovations are more. I think we should support them. Now when you no who say the educational sector of Ghana and no be driving all other ministries. For me, it is a mother ministry. Me who all other ministries are secondary. Because the Obaka finance minister, the Obaka doctor, the Obaka security expert, the Obaka parliament, the Obaka day, the Obaka president. This is the place that shapes our destiny. And indeed, that was a very powerful statement. It shapes our destiny. See, for me, it is a mother, I can say, ministry that needs lot of budgetary allocation and about investment. Ma, as I say, more. Now you invest it into your man. Because that is where you bring human resource area. But we are thinking say a little bit of innovation in Sabrino. Ebe Boama
talking about
CSSPS 104.3. Good to meet